Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Confucius.
Welcome back to the homestead, y'all. You know how you have those days that you have several little things around your place, your house, your farm, your homestead that need fixed. You just keep putting them off and putting them off. And then finally one day you say, well, I have to take care of this stuff. Today has been one of those days for me. I've worked on 20 different little projects today, just tidying things up. And this rain barrel was one of the things I needed to get done. This barrel has been on our old chicken coop. It was the water barrel for our chickens in our old coop, and I wanted to take it down, move it to the new coop, go ahead and install a new watering system, automatic watering system for it. So I thought I would just go ahead and videotape the repair on this. I'm sure I'm not the first one that's had a leaking faucet on a rain barrel. I've probably repaired 10 or 15 of these over the years, and I do them all basically the same way. This one, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the old faucet off, put in a new bulkhead and a new faucet on it, so that way we don't have to worry about it leaking for years. I've already took the lid off the rain barrel and looked inside, and apparently somebody else has repaired this rain barrel before. I bought it used at a yard sale. The little rubber washer you can see on this side is just hanging here. It was that way when I bought it, but it wasn't leaking. So what I did is I just went ahead and drained all the water out into, I think I have 11 5-gallon buckets sitting over there, drained the water out of it, took the lid off of it, peeked inside, saw there's a piece of PVC. I don't have a helper with me today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a pair of vice grips and loosely clamp them around the faucet. So that way when I spin this off, the vice grips will hit the bottom of the barrel and I should be able to unthread it, hopefully. And then we'll clean the hole up, we'll put a new bulkhead in it and a new faucet on it. So let me go ahead and get in the barrel here and I'll go ahead and clamp these on. We'll try to go ahead and take this off. Okay, well you can see they had a lot of tape on it. I don't like putting that much tape, Teflon tape on it. And this is a 3/4 inch faucet. It says 3/4 on the side. A hose bib, just a regular hose bib you can get at Lowe's, Home Depot, pretty much Ace Hardware, anywhere. We're gonna put a 1/2 inch back in because I like using the same size bulkheads anywhere I can around the homestead, so that way the parts are interchangeable if I have to steal a part off of something. So I'm gonna get that piece of PVC out of here and we'll get our hole cleaned up and get a new bulkhead in it. All right, so you can see this is what was inside. You can see this washer's dry rotted. It's cracked. Look, it isn't, no wonder it was leaking. So we'll go ahead, I have the new parts sitting behind it, and we'll save these parts to use on another project somewhere. First thing I want to do is clean this hole up a little bit. I can see a few jagged edges around it. Looks like there's some plastic where they've drilled their hole. So I'm just gonna take a small piece of sandpaper and just rub it around on the inside. Try to smooth those edges real good. And get any pieces out. I can see a piece of plastic back here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. We have our hole cleaned up, so I'm going to take the bulkhead from the inside and hopefully I can get it to thread in there good and seal up against the back side. So So let me go in the barrel here and go ahead and put the bulkhead in. Okay. It just did fit. I don't always get that lucky. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the nut on it. And on these bulkheads, most of the time I just hand tighten them. You have to be careful that you don't strip the threads out. Every now and then I will take a pair of channel locks or a pair of vice grips and just barely give it a little bit of a turn. If one's leaking, you can just give it a little bit of a twist like that. But most of the time, hand tight works well. So, now we have our bulkhead in. We'll go ahead and take our new hose bib, which this is a 1/2-inch hose bib, and we'll take enough Teflon tape to go around it one time. As long as you go around it one time, that's all you need. I'll take it around it once, and then take my fingers and push the Teflon tape down into the threads. And then we'll thread it on. Now the same thing goes with the hose bib. You don't want to get it too tight because you don't want to strip your plastic threads out, but you want to get it tight enough that it doesn't leak. So I'm going to leave it just like that. I have concrete blocks set up over here. I have a piece of marine grade plywood that I've sealed with wood sealer all the way around. We'll go ahead and put the barrel on, we'll fill it up with water, and we'll see if it leaks. All right, I have a rain barrel on our block, on our piece of plywood to keep it nice and level. I've cleared the dirt out. I set these blocks up about a month ago, so I give them plenty of time to settle. Of course, here's our hose bib. We're gonna be running a line down and into the chicken coop and putting 6 automatic watering cups on it. So that way we don't have to worry about watering our chickens all the time. So let me go ahead and grab a 5-gallon bucket of water and we'll see whether this thing leaks or not. All right, well 5 gallons took it to about 3/4 of the way up on our bulkhead. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another 5 gallons in and make sure that it covers our bulkhead completely. Okay, that has our bulkhead completely covered. Of course, once we get more water in, it'll put a little bit more pressure on the bulkhead and it may leak a little bit, but right now it's not leaking at all. So I would say this barrel is repaired. Of course, I'll go ahead and put the other, 9 5-gallon buckets in it and see if it leaks, but let me go zoom in so you can see that it's not leaking. Well, there it is. Rain barrel repaired. If you like this video, please click like, click subscribe, and thanks for watching.